Hey again everybody, Sunday, September 10th, 2023. In this video I'm going to just do a simple Pythagorean diatonic price range to time conversion, and then I'll do an example of taking the low. We're going to start looking at this first swing here that I have marked with the ruler tool in Ninja. I'll draw a trend line on the swing I'm going to work off of. I'm going to take this first push, this low to this high. Could just as easily taken this spike high here, but I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to take the initial piece of this range right here. You can see the range is 605.75, the price value. I'm just going to use 606. And then down here at the bottom on the right, I've got the Pythagorean basic diatonic ratios listed. They're the 9, 8, 5 to 4, 4 to 3, 3 to 2, 5 to 3, 15 to 8, and the octave 2 to 1. So very simply, most of these are all eighths and thirds. So you can also use the instead of the 4 to 3 and 5 to 3, you can use the standard eighths of the point 3 divided by 8 and the 6, 8, which are your fib ratios of 382 and 618, or very close to those. They're actually the point 38 is 375, close to the 382. And then the other one is the fib. The 618 is very close to the 5/8 ratio of 0.625, very close. So when Gann talked about the eighth divisions, he was basically inferring there the fib ratios of the 3 to 8 and 5 to 8. So what we're going to do is take that price range and divide that out into the eighths and thirds and project those forward in time. So with the 606 range, I'm just going to round that from 605.75 to 606. With that, when I divide that by the eighths, it gives me 75.75. So when I'm going to run those out, I'm going to get the first hit here at this high, which is the reaction high right there at the first red arrow. When I go out to 152 days, which would be the 5 to 4 ratio, that takes me out to here. Then I'm using the 4 to 3 and 3 to 8, and both of those ended up being midpoints of swing. So what happens if you don't get a turning point and the market moves through that date in the same direction? Generally going to give you the midpoint of the move, and you'll be able to project where that swing's going to end. With that, it'll allow you to project that price move that's already happened forward, and that'll give you the end of the swing. And then the next point out to the future, it comes on a weekend. It's the half ratio, the 3 to 2, or basically Gann's 50%. That's going to take us out to here, and that's at the 305. You can see that I can't get the 50% to 303. I go 302 to 305, and that's right on the weekend. Comes in on Saturday right there, October 1st area. So that is just a simple example of taking that price range and taking those diatonic ratios and projecting them forward in time. So you break the price of the range down and then project it forward in time. So as Gann always said, you can square the high, low, or the range. We can do another example off this. We'll square out the low. So you can see here the low in the data box where I have my cursor on that big spike low there. The low is 3613.25. I'm going to float the decimal over and make that 361.325. and then do the same ratio subdivision there to get reasonable amount of days to project forward. Instead of using that 4-digit number, we're going to just make that a 3-digit number of 361.325. And you can see that's very close to the 300-degree circle. So our numbers are going to be very close to the Gann emblem ratios. So here's the markup, the chart working off the low 361.325 and projecting those divisions forward. I've marked the thirds in with the blue vertical lines here, and then the last vertical line to the right here where the red arrow's at is the full 361-day cycle that comes in on October 9th. The divisions of the eighths give us 45.16 days, very close to the circle divisions. So we're basically working with the numbers, natural numbers 45, 90, 135, 180, 225, 270, and 360. With that division, so I forgot to mark the 7/8 division. Anyhow, here they are. We're 1 day off this minor high at the 45.16. The 90 is 1 day off this low. We get this very minor low here. It only kicked it up for 1 day. The third was a low right here. You see that low? That was the third division. The next one here was this low. And then this one was 2 days off of this low. The other second, third division was a miss. And then we're 1 day off of this low, a hit on this low, and then the full cycle 361 comes in on the 9th of October. So that is an example of taking the low in price, floating the decimal to make it 3 digits, and then dividing by the eighths and thirds to give us time projections going forward. This is really very simple, but it's the very basic building block and core concept for using the octaves. So you can set up your fib, time, and price tools to do this and extend these out automatically. So what I'll do next time, I will do a price example, but this is the very beginning basic concept of the Plato work. It was Plato, then Pythagoras. So that's it for this one. In the next video, we'll do a price example.